I'm your host, G Smooth. Back at it again on this Memorial Day Sunday, and I am grateful to have in the studio with me uh, Michelle. Dang, and you just told me how to pronounce your last name, and it just slipped me. Ngome.
Ngome. There you go. There you go.
Michelle Ngome from the African American Marketing Association. They are having a Marketing for the Culture Summit that is happening this week, beginning on Wednesday, May 31st through June 2nd. And so, welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome to
Thank you for having
the
me.
show.
Yeah.
You came highly recommended. So shout out to Jai Allen who sent me this, and again, and thank you for your time. I mean, I know this interview was literally last second because honestly, I didn't have any programming for this week because I was out all week flying home to Ohio for my nieces and nephews' graduation, and then realized like I need something for the Public Affairs podcast this Sunday, and so. Michelle, this great event is going on this week, and she was available, and she is here. We live in the studio, so thank you so much.
Yeah, likewise.
Indeed. So, first, tell us about Marketing for the Culture. Well, first, let me back up. Tell us about the African American Marketing Association.
Yeah.
Is it AMA for short?
Yes,
Is that what
yes.
you guys
I was
call
gonna say it's a mouthful, so we say AMA for short. And we started in February 2019, Black History Month. And our mission is to galvanize Black marketers, creatives, entrepreneurs, and provide them with the resources and opportunities they need to grow their brand. And we are a 501c3 nonprofit.
Nice. So how did you get involved, or was this your brainchild?
This is my baby. I actually had the idea in 2013.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like an angel. I literally say an angel spoke to me. But I was so green. I was too new. I was like, it's a great idea, but there's no way I can do this right now.
It was you. That angel was you. That was your higher self saying.
No, it was literally, I received a phone call. So it was literally an angel, right? A woman I spoke to. But in short, I literally spent 6 years Googling African American Marketing Association, Black Marketing Associations, and variations of that. And nothing would come up. And here in Houston, we have so many Black professional organizations. Oh, yeah. At that time, it was about 20 of them, but no marketing associations.
Interesting.
And around 2018, there was just a series of bad advertising. If you remember, we had the H&M, the little black boy had the gorilla sweater.
Yeah. With that monkey.
Yeah. It was just a bunch of stuff. And I was like, who's approving these messages? Where is the Black marketers?
I stopped shopping at H&M because of that.
I'm like, who's in the room? How is this getting by? Like, because we are culture. We are pop culture.
Nothing moves without us. Without our approval, nothing happens.
So how are all of these marketing campaigns and ads getting approved because these companies would trend for the wrong reason? So that was part of the thesis of starting the organization.
Nice. And so since 2019, you started, and then boom, the next year we're hit with the scamdemic.
Yeah. I love that.
Well, I mean,
I love that.
I mean, that's now that we're on the other side. That's
I can't believe that's my first time hearing that. Look, and I mean, we're 4 years old. I'd say we're in our infancy stage, but yeah, to turn one, literally when the pandemic happened, and I'm still fairly young, so I'm like, the world's coming to an end. I don't know what's going on. So obviously, we weathered the storm. We made membership free. We went virtual. So in 2019, we had about 9 in-person events. So the following year, everything was virtual pretty much for almost 2 years. Mm-hmm. And the blessing in that was we went nationwide, right? And, I had this blueprint. I had this 5-year plan. And God was like, oh, we're going to accelerate that.
Yeah.
We're going to accelerate that. So we went from like 50 local members up until today. We have about 600 members nationwide, but courtesy of the pandemic, because now everyone can tune in, right? Everyone's on the webinar, IG live, things of that nature.
Right.
And so we've grown tremendously in a short amount of time.
Wow. And did it kind of pick up? Because a lot of, during that time, a lot of people losing their job, leaving their job, to start their own business. You know, a lot of people, I mean, I know a lot of entrepreneurs, especially black women that started their own business, you know, just saw a need and filled it. So with you guys, was there a pickup, or were you guys kind of steady? Like how did that
No,
look?
there was definitely a pickup. And that's the thing. We want to be a primary source. When you need to learn about marketing,
Hmm.
we want to be top of mind, right? So whether you're a professional marketer working with an agency or a company, or you're your own business owner,
Hmm.
maybe especially a brand new business, and there's so many moving parts you're trying to figure out, and marketing moves everything,
Yeah.
come to us. And then if you're a creative, maybe you're a graphic designer, a
Hmm.
videographer, we still want you to come and connect with the community, because everyone needs video today.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
everyone needs a visual identity. So come learn from us, come tap into the community and get your next gig.
I love that. And so you're offering that. And it is happening this
Yeah,
week, beginning
yeah.
on Wednesday. This year's theme, Knocking
Come on
Doors
now. Come
Down.
on now.
I love it.
R.I.P. Pimp C.
Hey, you look
R.I.P. Yes,
already.
yes.
Oh, what a dope theme.
So
Tell us about it.
listen,
Yeah.
I mean, when you go back and listen to that song, well, shout out to UGK. But when you go back and listen to that song, it's all about collaboration,
Yeah.
right? Pimp is trying to get all of the Texas, Houston rappers, and particularly like get it together, and even some of the Southern rappers, he calls out, right? And that's the same thing with us, you know. As I'm just gonna say, black professionals,
Hmm.
you know, black entrepreneurs. Let's get it together. Let's collaborate, because we all need each other to grow our business.
We really do.
Everyone is trying to create this new product and this new service, and that's good, but we still got to tap in with each other,
Yeah.
you know. So how are we going to grow? How are we going to really scale? Because we can't do it by ourselves. As good as you think you are,
Right.
and you probably are, but you can't do it
You
by
can't do it by
yourself.
yourself. And every successful business entity has had some sort of help along the way, or people
Yeah,
that guide them, or you know, or you're in the right room with the right people, and boom, like so. Yeah, it's all about community. I myself, you know, I'm a business owner, entrepreneur. I have my own wine. I'm about
nice.
how old am I? 20 months old since we launched. I launched in September of 21.
Okay.
Um, and I and I got to be honest with you, Michelle. Um, I'm terrible with the marketing of my own wine. One, because you know it's me and my business partner Hope Foster. I normally handle everything on that end in terms of Instagram, but like the wine doesn't have its own Instagram page yet. Like, and I know, and because
Mm-hmm.
I've had women come up to me like, "What is you doing? Like, your wine doesn't have an IG page." Like, I'm like, "Yo, like I've done photo shoots and videos and all of that." Shout out to my photographer Cassidy Boy, who's amazing. Um, but I'm bad at posting because here's the thing with me being a media personality on the radio. I was, you know, on reality TV, all of that. Social media is a headache to me.
It's a lot.
It is a lot, and I want to post because I want to, not because
Mm-hmm.
I have to.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, with being a public figure, you know, we got to feed the algorithm, and we've got to post. And I'm just like, ah. You know, I
But
am smart. I have kind of learned it. Like, I know to post on Wednesdays on Instagram because that's the highest day. Like, if
yeah,
y'all
yeah,
not
yeah.
posting on Wednesday, you really, really, really missing out. So I make sure, you know, I'll at least do that. But I'm bad at it. I
But
need
you know
somebody to
what?
help me.
I tell everyone to play to their strengths. Like that's what life is about. And that's why we gotta collaborate,
Yeah.
right? We gotta play to our strengths, and that collaboration, you know, maybe that's an internship, unpaid, paid, you know, maybe you hire a professional, and these are things that you grow into,
Yeah.
right? Not everyone has 10,000 a month to put behind, but it's like, okay, well, you know, I got 1,000. Who can I hire for this? If they're doing their job, a really good job, then you can grow into it. And then some people, you just, when it comes to business, you know, maybe you need this particular coach or this person to get you from A to D.
Mm-hmm.
And then you need another coach to take you to the next level, right?
From D to Z to D to
Yeah,
G. Yeah.
yeah. And I think that's what it's about. And lots of times we're trying to go from A to Z, and it's like
Right.
baby steps. Like you
Yeah.
got to crash and burn. You're gonna get
Yeah.
some bumps and bruises.
That's
You're gonna
right.
have some lessons. That's gonna. And next thing you know, you're on J, but now you can teach someone that's on A.
Yeah. 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 I like that. And give yourself grace.
Yeah, absolutely.
Give yourself grace. You listen to the Public Affairs Podcast. We're talking to Michelle Ngome, who is the founder of the African American Marketing Association. The marketing for the Culture Summit is happening this week, beginning on Wednesday, May 31st, running through the weekend through June 2nd. Well, through Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Friday, excuse me, June 2nd. The theme is knocking doors down, focusing on collaborations. So, what are you guys going to be talking about at these?
Yeah, so the day of the summit, we're going to discuss everything from Facebook ads, email marketing, starting a podcast, building your brand, PR, supplier diversity. Once again, talking about how to grow your business, supplier diversity, getting your minority business certifications. That way you can work with companies like HP, who's our sponsor. We also have AT&T in the building. So if you're a small business owner, but you want to learn how to get these corporate dollars, supplier diversity is an important part of that. And our keynote is going to be led by the consumer marketing manager from HP.
Nice. And plethora of events each day. Man, I'm definitely going to pull up on y'all.
Pull up. Pull up.
Yeah.
Pull up with your t-shirt.
Yeah. Yes. And thank you for my gift. I really appreciate it. Yes, absolutely. So, MFTC Summit.
Yes.
So Wednesday, you've got the kickoff.
Yes, kickoff reception, Upper Kirby Bistro /5 Central.
Yeah.
So just come out, network, have a good time, free event. We're expecting over 100 people to show up. Thursday is the actual day of the event. And then Friday, we're going to have our VIP brunch at Davis Street. And that's from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. And we're going to have guest speaker, Joseph Williams. He's actually from Houston. He's the director of PR at Stars.
Okay.
So all of the 50 Cent shows you watching,
Yeah,
I know you watching Power.
Right. Yeah.
I know you watching P-Valley.
Listen, yes. I know that they drop the episodes for Power on Friday. Now I still watch them on Sunday. So today, later on this evening, yes, I will be watching that season finale of Power Book 2 Ghost.
So he is over all of those PR campaigns.
Wow.
So he's going to come down, speak. And then the moderator is Vanessa Darby, and she is the digital marketing manager at Shondaland.
Oh.
Come on. Listen.
Michelle, y'all ain't playing. Y'all got some big names here.
I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, no, seriously.
So they're going to have a good conversation, and we're going to really talk about the relationship between marketing and PR. And then, of course, they have that entertainment background to, tap in.
Oh, yeah. Where do people need to go to sign up and register?
So you can go to aa-ma.org or mftcsummit.com. And we'll have all of the all of the information there, the programming, the speakers, and then those links will send you to Eventbrite so you can buy your ticket.
So what are your thoughts on, because I see during the summit that you all are talking about the content and e-commerce, Facebook ads, whatnot, and Chat GPT.
Yes.
And so, Chat GPT, I first heard about Chat GPT back in October.
Okay.
October of 22. Gary V was talking about it. And then, I'm in certain rooms on Clubhouse and they're talking about it. And I ignored it. And then around the holidays, like around Christmas, I was like, all right, because I was hearing that it was still in the beta stages and that the sign up was like getting crazy and it was hard for people to get in. So I was like, okay, let me hurry up and do it. And so joined, signed up, got in. Still didn't play with it though. Did an event with Teresa Parker from the Vegan Palette. We did an event at the Museum for Black Girls called a vegan wine down.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was really nice. It was really good. And so Teresa hit me up because I write, and she was like, hey, do you think that you can, because I wrote the press release, and then she was like, hey, this is good. Can you write me a sponsorship letter um, for this vegan cheese in Austin? And I was like, yeah. And so I started to write it myself. And then I was like, oh, like, let me see what this chat GPT does. And so I was very specific in the prompt. I
Mm-hmm.
told it what we were doing and how we needed the sponsorship for this vegan cheese. And I tell you, it typed this sponsorship letter. It was amazing. And we got the sponsorship with no question. We got the
Yeah, yeah.
sponsorship. And so then I was like, oh, well, let me see if it can write a better press release than what I did. And it
Mm-hmm.
wrote the press release, and I was just like, oh, man. So I was playing with it some more. Like, oh, give me 10 marketing ideas to promote my wine.
Yeah, yeah,
And it
yeah, yeah.
gave me 10. And I was like, okay, done that, done that, done that. Okay, so, okay. And so I was like, wow, like this is great.
It's a beast.
It is. But then the other side, was like, oh, this could be a problem. Would it take some jobs away from people? Like, was a publicist needed? Like all of this. And so I started thinking that. And then the conversation around it, now, this AI, it's evil and this and this, and it's going to do this. And I'm just like, yo, everybody relax because it's a tool.
Exactly.
Just like everything else. If you
Absolutely.
use it for good, that's what it's going to do. If you use it for evil, that's what it's going to do. What are your thoughts?
I honestly, it's definitely a tool. I don't think jobs are gonna go away, right? If they go away immediately, they will come back.
Right.
So the reason why I say that is because one, AI technology at this point, it doesn't have emotion,
Right.
right? So although it is providing you recommendations or content, I feel like depending on what you're trying to write, only a human can add that emotional element to
Right.
your content,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Agree.
Um, the second thing is you mentioned, should I not have a publicist, right? And the reason why I said it's not going to take jobs away is because you still need someone to manage the tool,
Yeah.
right? So, and if you feel like you're going to take a shortcut and fire someone, I'm pretty sure 3 to 6 months down the line, you're going to reevaluate your decision. So there might be some restructuring. Maybe you'd hire someone back, but someone has to manage the tool. Someone still has to edit. Someone still has to publish on the website, send the press release, manage the contact from the media.
Right. All of that.
Chat
Yeah.
GPT can't
You're right.
handle.
Yeah.
And once again, we still have a lot of SaaS products that will help you with the spreadsheet and managing contacts and things, the e-blasts and things of that nature. But you still need someone to manage that tool.
Thank you for that. Yeah. Because no, you're right. I mean, with all technology, and I hope the powers that be know, like this ain't the end all be all,
Right.
because you are going to need that human um, touch to it.
But you remember, I don't know if you saw this video that's been floating around the past month. The robot's like working and then he breaks down in 15 minutes because of the
No, I
stress.
haven't seen that.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
The robot broke down due to stress.
He's like, that's too much. Right?
Hilarious.
So who's going to fix the robot?
Who's going to fix the robot? Yeah,
Who's going to
gonna
fix
take
the
that.
machine?
And it's not all that. I mean, even with me traveling, and I had, I was trying to check into my flight. The app was down, and so I had to go to the counter, and she was like, "Up, like you ain't checked in, like you ain't got no seat assignment." I'm like, "Ma'am, the app isn't working. I would have done all of this. This is
Old
why I'm
school.
standing here
Old
right
school.
now."
Old school.
Which is really the better way because, here's a cheat code. If you actually go to the counter and purchase your plane ticket, it's way cheaper than
That's
doing
what
it
I've
online.
heard.
Way cheaper because you got all those fees and stuff.
And
But
even over the phone, too.
and even over the
Yeah.
phone, like the old school way
Yeah.
is still, the best way.
Yeah.
And so
I got to say, though, my mom, she'll be like, call the airline. Mom, how come you're not on the website? Call the airline.
she on
You
to
think I
something.
got
No.
time?
It's cheap. Ain't nobody got time for that. Get online and do it. Ain't got to call and wait and all of that. Listen, Marketing for the Culture Summit this Wednesday through Friday. Log on to the website that is
aa-ma.org.
aa.ma-org. Get all of the information. Register. You already heard what Michelle said. They're going to have.
Listen.
Listen. Get this knowledge. Get this knowledge. and let's build, because that's what it's about. And that is the biggest fear of
Mm,
the powers that be. And I'm using air quotes when I say that. They don't want us to come together.
yeah.
And I say this all the time on the show. Everything that they put in front of us is distraction propaganda to keep us
Mm-hmm.
from, one, looking within ourselves and getting all the answers, and two, becoming one.
Yeah.
We are one, and when we collab and come together, like it's like Voltron. I mean, I might be telling my age with this cartoon reference, but it's
It's
like Voltron.
dynamic.
Everybody has their role. We come together, and we are
It's
that thing.
it's dynamic. It's fun. Like I've been telling my team, I was like, look, I know our programming is solid, but I want the energy to be different. Like I want the energy. I don't want us to be, stuffy conference. I want the energy to be different. I want people to have a good time. We're already gonna have some good food, courtesy of Chef Yo.
Ooh,
Like,
I love Chef Yo. I'm there. Say less. Um, Michelle
yeah,
Ngome, thank you so much for coming on.
yeah. Thank you. One last thing.
Sure.
Special shout out to HP once again, our title sponsor. They believed in us from the beginning. They have been completely supportive. So they will be in the building the day of the event. So once again, if you're a marketer, creative, entrepreneur, connect, because they are focused on diversity, equity, and inclusion, also supplier diversity.
For sure. Michelle Ngome, president of AMA. I appreciate you. And I'll see you later this week.
All right, sounds good.
And to everyone listening to the podcast.